Welcome, Creative Blocks with me, Jeremy Beam. I'm here this week with my guest, Roger Lopez.
What's good, Jeremy?
Hey, man, stand-up comedian. You might have seen him in the background of your favorite TV shows.
Yep, I was one of the Indians on Westworld, so look out for my fucking brownness.
He might even have him in your class.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, could be going to school with this guy.
I'm over at CSUN, so if you see me, smoke me out.
Word. All right, man. Well, welcome to Creative Blocks, where
Good
we
to be here.
discuss creative blocks, struggles within as an artist, as a comedian, whatever topic might be, while playing with fucking Legos.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
Right? Did you ever play with Legos?
I played with Legos a lot growing up.
Finally, man. I was worried, the only one playing with Legos for a minute.
Nope. Everybody I grew up with played with Legos, and if you didn't, you're probably a serial killer.
Right? That's what I was thinking too, man. That's like the equivalent of like a girl in our age, like not playing Barbies. I feel like that would be weird.
Yeah.
Legos, G.I. Joes, that should have been
If she wasn't playing with Barbies, like she's probably dressing in
being very sexist right now.
Nah, that's not sexist, man. It's just facts. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
it is. All right, let me give you a quick breakdown of what's going on. Can you hear me fine?
Oh yeah, I can.
Cool.
Yo, Jeremy Bean has
My
some of the
headphones
crispest
are,
sound quality and the
thank you.
crispest setup I've seen on a podcast ever. He's recording in 1,000 HD quality. No, not
4K.
10,000 HD quality.
We're in an 8K.
No, he's on a 10K. This motherfucker's recording on 10. It's a great setup, bro.
Actually, select viewers right now. Oh, we're in 3D.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's dope
right,
as
yeah.
fuck.
So if it's not in 3D right now, get a better TV. Right? Quick breakdown, man. This bin is your bulk of your big Legos right here. I've got a bin there. That's all those little tiny ass pieces. You're familiar with Legos, so it's 4 bricks smaller. There's all your guys. And then we got some little platforms here, man.
Yeah, okay.
So pretty much just free build. We'll check in on the build at some point, and
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I think I'm gonna go with this sand this week. It's fun.
Yeah, these
seeing-
Lego pieces are awesome, man.
Yeah, man, it's enjoyable to just sit here and play with Legos while getting interviewed. So I mean, so you are a comedian. How long have you been doing stand up?
This May will mark 4 years that I've been out here on these streets.
4 years, and you are from LA too, right?
Yeah, born and raised in West LA.
Cool. So what made you decide to hit that open mic?
Man, my friend Sylvester, he just, we went to high school together. We went to college together. We hung out.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, man, you're like the funniest guy I know. You should try stand-up. And I never thought about trying stand-up. I was just like a big fan of like comedy, like really big fan. I was going to like a lot of comedy shows, like every week.
Were you going to like the store and Laugh Factory before you were doing stand-up?
Yes, I had a fake ID because I was like 19, 20. And it wasn't fake ID. It was a real ID. The dude just looked like me.
Yeah.
And then I went down to the store with his ID. And my homie had his older brother's ID. So, yeah, we were going to like roast battle. I was a line to the fucking store people telling them I was a comedian.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I could just get in for free in the back.
Yeah, smart.
Mm-hmm.
Little, if you are a comedian, then the rooms aren't filled. Sometimes they'll let you sit in the back if they know you're not a dick. Which is a really cool perk, man. When I first moved here, I sat in the OR every night. Just studying.
Studying. Yeah, that's one thing.
Studying.
You can go in there and study. I mean, just seeing what works and what doesn't on the professional level.
Yeah. And then see what's hacky. That was one thing, too, to sit there and watch like an entire late night and see like, man, everyone's talking about bird scooters. Or that's the same, I guess.
Was that the topic?
Too. No, I don't know. I just ran with birds.
You just ran.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I've ever heard people
No.
talk about. It just reminded me of the South Park episode where they
Everybody's scooting.
Yeah, it was scooting.
Everybody's scooting. Man, I think of that episode now every time I see like, I don't know how it is in your city, but in LA you'll come up across a block where like 30 Lime scooters will just be perfectly lined up, ready to go. It's fucking crazy, man. Somebody takes pride in that setup too every morning.
Somebody gets paid a lot of money from a billionaire to give a fuck, to give money to people who take pride in setting them up every morning.
So what are you laying out a
I'm laying out.
footprint for?
I'm not sure, but I really dig this what I have right here. It looks like a red cross or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a black cross. Hell yeah.
I found a few pieces that were connected that kind of just started
Oh, that looks
throwing it
nice.
together, man. Yeah.
It looks like you made like a little airplane hanger.
Maybe, man. I made some type of base last time,
It
too.
also
I gotta
looks
get
like
out
a-
of the bases,
It reminds me of like a nice cargo ship.
right?
Yeah, like a Call of Duty.
You know
I'm
what,
about to
actually,
like.
I'm aborting.
You're boarding on.
aborting, man. It's okay. By the
It
end of
looked
this-
nice, man. I liked it, man.
I'm
It
aborting.
looked like I just saw like Picasso just make some great shit, and I was like, "Yo, that's dope." And he was like, "That's it."
That's it. Shoot.
How about now? You still think it's nice?
I can't hear you. Let me cut my ear off.
Yo, check it out. I got a badass motherfucker on this
Ooh.
side now.
Nice.
I'm basically making like the temple of my Aztec religion.
There's some cool tribal
Mayan
guys
stuff
in
there.
there. Let me see here.
Oh, that's a great idea, but
So
definitely got to build the empire too. So
let me stepping back, man. You said
Oh, yeah.
your buddy in college got you to doing open mics, but you're currently in school. So did you go to school, drop out, and then or like take a hiatus?
I took a unwanted hiatus, man. So I went to school in 2012. I got out of high school, enrolled in Santa Monica College. I went there for too long, 3.5 years. Took a bunch of classes. I first wanted to be a chemistry major, but I was like, I don't understand any of these classes. I failed like the basic chemistry twice, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna fail again, so I'm just gonna switch majors.
Yeah.
Cause I wanted to be like a pharmacist, but I was thinking about, do I want to be in a CVS all day? And then I was like, man, why don't I just do English, man? Like I like English more.
Yeah.
And then around that time was also when I started doing like stand up, so it was like things kind of just started changing like at that moment. So I switched to English, did all the classes, 3.5 years. I applied to CSUN. I got in immediately, but I missed the deadline to say that I want to register for classes.
Yeah. Damn.
And it sucks because then I was locked out of the fall semester. And then what ended up happening was like I just told my girlfriend, fuck it. We're on vacation in Canada during those days that I could have added classes and the days after that I was locked out. And I was like, fuck, man. Fuck it. I'll just I'll go for the spring semester. Spring semester starts, however, 5 months later.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, all right, I'm adding these classes, and then I see that I can't, and it says that there's like a problem with my, eligibility to enroll for classes at CSUN. So I sent them an email, and they're like, oh yeah, since you didn't go to class this fall and didn't tell us that you weren't gonna go for the fall, even though that should have been obvious, you were locked out of fall and spring. Because what I didn't notice is that the registration was for fall dash, so meaning the whole year.
That's bullshit.
So I was like, you guys are gonna lock me out of the whole year? And they're like, yep. And then, oh shit, it looked cool. And then
fine.
once they locked me out of the whole year, they also said, since you didn't tell us that you were gonna not take classes, which I think should have been obvious because I didn't fucking apply to register for classes at the right time. Since I didn't tell them, which I didn't know I was supposed to do, they kicked me out of CSUN. So then I had to wait until the next enrollment period and fucking apply again like if I were a new fucking jabroni.
Damn.
And but the point is, man, they accepted me again.
Just to get through, to get an education.
So
man.
much bullshit. And you know what I just noticed of this semester? Like now that I'm in a whole year after I'm supposed to be in, or a whole 2 years after, they don't even fucking make you like register. Like intend to register. Like they used to tell you, like once you get accepted now from a community college, they just straight up let you like enroll for classes. You don't have to fucking tell them like I want to.
Damn.
Like, that shit should
You
be
just
obvious. I got fucked basically
come
by
and
the
go.
system. The system. Be
Once
fucking
you're in,
people.
you're in. It's like a Costco membership. As long as you're paying, you just keep coming back.
Exactly. Or you can walk behind people that kind of look like you and pretend you're their like siblings or family. I've done that a few times.
Just to sneak in for like, do you go to class for free?
Oh
Like,
no,
are you
Costco to the Costco.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
to
you were
the
sneaking into classrooms going, this is my family.
no to the Costco.
Oh,
Because
gotcha.
sometimes the food court's inside.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man, school's a motherfucker. But my homie Sylvester, man, He's the only one really that told me like I should be a comedian, and that just planted the seed in my mind. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe I can do it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I started telling people that I'm gonna be a comedian. I can do it, and I just didn't fucking really do anything with it though for like months. And then eventually my lady's younger brother, I've been with my girlfriend for like 6 years at that point, or 5.5, and he was like, "Yo, man, I don't think Roger's gonna do shit." And I'm like, this motherfucker.
Calling you out.
I remember it was a Sunday, and I was like, that fucking Sunday, I got out a notebook. I looked up all the comedy clubs that I knew from podcasts, like the Comedy Store, Flappers, the Improv,
All of 'em.
Ice House, all of them basically. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking get up on all these. And then when I went to Flappers, I heard people talk about like the Comedy Bureau, and then from there, I was like, oh, there's a whole list of these motherfuckers. And then from there, it was just like it was on, man.
Fuck yeah.
I remember my 9th set. I did a spot at Nerd Melt before it closed down, and then I got lucky and I got up on Kill Tony later that like an hour later for my 10th spot. So it was pretty crack-a-lacking from the beginning.
Cool. Nice, man. What's not crack-a-lacking is
my
this building, man.
I know it's looking like I'm fucking making like I don't know, man. I'm trying to communicate with some aliens right here, man.
I meant like. I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest struggles of we're going to get good podcast. It's not about the Legos.
I definitely like the Lego pieces.
Yeah, but it's hard to build and carry on and answer questions at the same time,
Yeah, no, sorry, man. Just when I talk about that college stuff, man, I got to get it all out there for the people.
You got to, man. There's kids in school right now thinking that they might want to do an open mic.
Exactly. And you know what? Do it. Just not at the ones I go to because that shit's already clogged up enough. No, I'm just kidding, man. Do you? Everybody do you?
Do you find it hard to be creative as a comedian while being in school now?
No, I think it's just hard being creative as a comedian when you just like don't have that muscle in your brain anymore. Like when you've kind of lost it in a way.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been when you've been lazy for like a few months. So then I feel like I just got back into like writing jokes again because I just stopped being a lazy piece of shit. When I think of a funny thing, I'm like, all right, I gotta write it down or say it in a memo.
Yeah.
And then just recently, I'm like, all right, now's the next step. I gotta listen to the memo and then write it down. And then the next step is like, all right, now go on stage with the motherfucking jokes or with the memos that and then just flesh it out on there, or like catch the same beats that I said in the memo because I thought it was funny the first time.
Yeah.
And then just run down that shit, man.
Man, I had an old phone that was like chocked full of memos, but never got listened to multiple times.
Oh man,
I used to be bad about just recording, but not going back and actually taking them to pen and paper.
Honestly, I've been like that the whole time, just until, I go back and forth from like really doing it, then being lazy as fuck. And for the last 6 months, I've just been lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
But just recently, I talked to the homie George Perez at the Comedy Store. He had just fucking ripped it up at the main room, in front of 350 people. So I asked him, like, yo, you're fucking writing new material all the time. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, how do you write? And then he basically just told me, yeah, bro, I think it's something funny. I write it down. Or I fucking, I go on stage with it. I work on it on stage, see how it flows, catch some rhythms. And then I go to go to work it on pen and paper, see where I can cut the fat. That's the main thing he said. We're like fucking butchers. We're trying to serve the best meat. So you're trying to cut all the fucking fat. So once you cut fat, then you go back out with that shit. You fucking see if it got better or not. Then you cut the fat. You keep doing it until you mold it into that fucking perfect, like prime, like Ruth Chris fucking $250 whatever fucking steak.
Nice. Solid advice.
Mm-hmm. And that's now the part is I just gotta go back and listen to the recording of the set so I can write down what was funny and what worked, and then rework that, and then just do it again, and then until we sell out Madison Square.
Rinse and repeat.
Basically.
Yeah, man. So, like, when you have a full day of class, do you find it hard to get to the mics? Or you still force yourself to, like, put comedy before?
No, I definitely made it a nice little regimen for myself where I can still go to like enough mics and go to school because I'm taking 4 classes, but even that's not taking like all my time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Plus I gotta get a job, so I haven't been working. If I had a 40-hour job, I wouldn't be having time for
Plus school, plus
comedy. That's a motherfucker.
That's a
Plus
lot.
8-9 year relationship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in time with the lady.
yeah.
Which is a beautiful time. But and you know that takes priority. Then you're not fucking. It's a motherfucker. That's why Mitzi Shore. I forgot who she told, man. She told. I think it's probably Ari. Like Mitzi was like, you can't get a girlfriend or whatever. And then he was like, what about Paul? What's his name? Paul Rodriguez. He's like, yeah, but he got a bitch like when he already made it. Cause like when you're on your way up, you gotta be like your main lady's gotta be comedy. And I believe that to an extent, but also I love my girlfriend and she's also been a great help to my comedy.
It's
so
nice to have support.
yeah, it's very nice to have support. So all you lonely motherfuckers, keep doing you.
Stay in the. It's like people take away. They go home, break up with their girlfriends.
No,
Roger
no.
Lopez said I wasn't supposed. Mitzi Shore says not to be in a relationship.
Hey man, if you took that away from what I said, that's on you. But the part is that you know if your lady is also like not trying to like support you creatively, like she a hoe, she always trying to go out to the clubs and shit. Like man, she ain't getting shit done for her life, and she ain't helping you for a goddamn thing in yours.
Yeah,
So
true.
I feel like at that point, that's when you gotta like cut the fat out.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
like for like me or like you who have been with our ladies who are like rock solid, had our backs, help us with bits and shit, you know, tell us whether that's not funny or funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's like having that's better than some of these open mics. Literally, I fucking not gone to an open mic and been like, I know how this shit open mic's gonna be. It's gonna be 2 people when I get there, and it's gonna be shite, and I'm gonna have to pay $5.
Rest in peace, Smarties.
And then I was like, let me just do a set right here on the couch in front of you. I got way better feedback from her, a real fucking person, than I am from a fucking bullshit ass like establishment that's not gonna give me enough attention or not. It's just bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
Open mics, they're good to an extent, but sometimes you gotta know which ones are like not worth your time.
Right. Yeah, feedback's critical, man, and I think if you can, I mean, it's always important to be on stage, but yeah, I mean, if you've got, she's essentially your writing partner.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like taking credit for a few jokes, like, oh, they like my joke. I'm like, no, they like your tag. I wrote the whole bit.
Man, so you've been on some pretty big TV shows in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I've had the pleasure to be on. Just recently, I was on Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks episode 24 for Orlando Baxter. It's on YouTube. It's also on my Instagram account. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I was on Westworld as an Indian, as I said earlier. That was really fun. Because I got to talk to a lot of like legit natives. Because, you know, not that I'm not a legit natives, but, you know what I'm saying? I got like some motherfuckers that were here from like way back when.
Really?
Yeah, like this one dude, Little Bear. He was his grandma was a seamstress for like Shirley Temple or some shit. So his family has been in production for years and years.
Oh, damn.
And he was telling me like, yeah, man, I was on set with Prince. And like, I'm not sure if this story is true or not, but I 100% believe it because he was a cool motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a shoot for Prince. I was in the bathroom. I caught these 2 girls doing blow, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, please don't tell. You know, we need this money real bad." And he was like, "Well, just suck me up." You know, no, he wasn't like that. They were like, "We'll suck your dick," and then she was like, "Fuck it," you know. So apparently, he got domed up in the bathroom by 2 chicks because he caught him doing blow.
Damn. Shout out to
Little Bear.
like Little Bear.
Yep.
Jesus. So I mean, like, do you like doing the background? I've not done any background work. Like, do you enjoy it? I mean,
I love it, man, because it's you get a lot of time to yourself where you can like take care of like any writing, any entertainment you want to get in, you know, because when you do background, you really in an 8-hour shift, you realistically work maybe 3 hours of that. And then you have 5 hours of downtime. So it's up to you to do what you do. And you still get paid, you know, whatever you get paid.
Yeah. Nice, man.
Mm-hmm. That's nice, man. I work for there's a video game called PUBG. And then when they shot when G4 gave them a check to shoot their commercial, I was a part of one of the first like people on set as a featured extra. And the next day, I did 2 days on there. I got paid $500, and it was like, dude, that pays for like the membership that I used to get these gigs, which is only like $15 a month.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it keeps you moving forward.
Yeah, man, one step at a time. But I haven't done any gigs like that in a while. I've just been focusing on comedy in school.
What were you doing central casting?
I've never gotten a gig on central casting that I have applied for. I've only gotten a gig on there, which I've only gotten one gig on there, which is my first one ever. Which is they just hit me up. They were like, "Hey man, would you like to play an immigrant on NCIS Los Angeles?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
So how'd you find Westworld?
I just applied for it on LA Casting, the other service that I pay $15 a month on. And then they were just like, casting for Westworld Indians. I'm like, if I don't get this, that's bullshit.
Right. How's your inbox on your email been since signing up for LA Casting?
Dad, I haven't paid for it in like a few months.
Oh, but when you were active, does it not, like, some days I'll forget and then be like, 300 emails. It'll be all casting, all like shit.
Oh,
I
like
need to
listings
narrow
and
my
shit?
yeah.
Oh shit, no, I never signed up for that part.
Oh, you never got bombarded
Emails.
by emails?
No, I would always just log on to the account and
you either
scroll.
saw it or you didn't.
Yeah, I would just scroll down.
Now they can email you your preferences.
That's fucking cool, man. That would make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like whatever you're looking for,
But then again, I'd be applying to like jobs that have like white guy, blue eyes. I'm like, yep, I could do that.
yeah. I applied for the Mexican background work.
Oh, you should, bro.
They never called me back. Those
Bro,
bitches.
there was a fucking native on
Sons of
Westworld that
bitches.
was a white guy with blue eyes. I was like, this motherfucker is the farthest thing from a native, and he was the one wrangling the horses. Like, this shit's backwards.
Hey, his 23andMe said he's at least 1/100th of a Native American.
At least one. Now, I'm at least a lot of it because my people, Mexicans, we supposedly, if it's correct, we come from right here where I'm currently at, Aztlan, which is southern United States, which is like makes a portion of California, New Mexico, and whatever the fuck. It's just like the empire that all the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs originated from. Everybody that started the empires in Mexico, they came from here as the one big empire, Aztlan. So my parents are immigrants, but I'm back where I'm supposed to be.
Nice. So, did you just take your geology course?
No, just took my
Let's
first
see
Chicano studies class, and I'm
Okay.
representing the people now.
Okay.
I've always been representing the people, man. Like Fred Hampton, man, rest in peace. He got killed by the FBI, Chicago police, and the state sheriffs at 22 years old.
I see you sharing conspiracy theories every once in a
That's
while.
not a conspiracy theory. That's
No,
fact.
not yeah, but you do.
Mhm.
You'll go down that rabbit hole.
But it's not. It's not really conspiracy theories. They're just facts again.
It's not a conspiracy if it's been proven by people.
By science. Now I'm on kind of the flat Earth theory, man. I'm starting to be swayed.
No.
Yeah, I'm starting
This is over. As a man of science.
Oh yeah, you're a yo. Cause riddle me this. Look, we got Lego pieces to showcase everything perfectly. So look, we're gonna use this as the sun, right? So here, wait. Before I saw this, scientifically, you can
Okay.
Google, anybody can
Let's
Google
see
this. We can always see the Big Dipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's science. That's science, right? I'm not making
Depending
that up.
on what hemisphere you're in.
No,
The
like here,
southern hemisphere has different stars.
we got different stars. What you mean we got
Depending on
different
where
stars?
you're at. You
But
can
I
have a
thought-
different layout.
But like, I feel like you could always see part of it, right? Like, no, like you're
I
right.
don't think so. I think
No, you
depending on where.
I screenshotted it on my phone, so if we can pull it up real quick.
Let's get one of the interns on it.
So we're gonna one of the.
Okay.
I screenshotted it on my phone just to make sure, because I said that and I wasn't really sure. So, I mean, it says right there, is the Big Dipper visible all year round?
Can tell us where north is, since the Big Dipper is a circumferential artist every year, assuming you have a clear northern horizon. Yeah, and the northern horizon.
We're not in the northern horizon.
Is the Big Dipper visible in the southern?
Is it big?
We're in, yeah.
All right.
But like, if
so
I'm down at the tip of
how
South
about the
America,
North Star? Can we always see the North Star year round?
dude, I'm not an astronomer.
Look,
No.
we have to get no.
Here on MythBusters.
Can you see the Big Dipper year round in Southern California?
So what were you getting at on the sun, though?
So look, so how about this, man? So check it out. So we have the sun right here at the center of our universe. Not of our universe, of our galaxy,
Yeah.
right? So then we have boom, the Earth right there. So
Okay.
January 1st wasn't that long ago, so the Earth was right there, right?
Yeah.
Because scientifically they say it takes a whole year for the Earth to travel around the sun.
Yeah.
Which is that would make 365 days or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So right now we're like about right here, right? So would you say that every time that we face the sun, it's daytime? Like right now we're facing the sun because it's daytime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when eventually we rotate like around over here, we're facing this part of the universe, which is nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So why the fuck can all these like this, and then you have all these other planets, right? We got Mars over here, we got Jupiter over here, all the way over here, yeah. And and the crazy shit is that we can always see these planets, like they're always visible to us year round. Like they don't have. Supposedly we travel at like 1 billion miles an hour.
Now,
that's incorrect.
Let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
if you're on a racetrack and you're driving the same speed as the race car beside you, and you guys will every once in a while you drift apart, but for the most part you're gonna see that car in rotation. These planets aren't just standing still and Earth is moving; they're still moving too.
Yeah, they're for sure moving, and I understand that for a
So
fact.
it's like,
So,
so
but
do this.
yeah, but
Everything's moving.
But there's a point where we shouldn't always see, like we can always see these planets, right? There shouldn't be a point where there should be a point where we can't see these planets. Like there should be a point where Mars is over here, we're facing this side of the universe because it's nighttime. But how the fuck can we still see Mars? The thing is, it's a flat plane, so that's how you can see everything. Oh, sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I pushed the tail a little too much. Oh man. So look,
That's ridiculous.
Is the idea fleshed out? No, but check this out too. Look,
Night visibility does
look-
not indicate if the Earth is flat or not.
I know, but check this out. Check this out. Look, how is it that the United Nations all got together to make it impossible for any explorer to explore Antarctica? We haven't even seen the end of the wall that they have in Antarctica. There's like literally a whole wall in Antarctica that surrounds basically this whole flat Earth, and that's what's keeping the water leveled here in Earth. Because if you ever use the leveler, you can see that's how we measure shit to make sure it's balanced, right? So water scientifically is always on level, but that's why this Earth is flat. Because then the Antarctica, the walls are what's keeping the water. Because if not, you ever see water when it starts to rise and it starts to swallow up the beach?
The wall also protects us from
Aliens.
the ice.
Aliens.
The ice monster.
There's definitely ice monsters.
Game of Thrones.
That's a great fucking point. That's a great point. Yo, so if anything, the last exploration that was in Antarctica was in the 1950s. So we definitely haven't explored that part nearly enough. Even
Hitler
though-
had a hidden base in Antarctica.
I bet he did. He was looking for the end of this shit, bro. He
Yeah.
probably there's a little theory that all the world people got together and they were like, "Yo, man, this shit's crazy."
I feel like you're just regurgitating me some bullshit blog post you read on Flat Earth.
All right, it's not 100% facts, and nor do I 100% believe it. But
Amelia Earhart never made it.
I will say this, man. I will say this.
What?
I don't know shit. No, I will say
I do
this
not
one.
endorse.
I will say this
Flat
one.
Earth.
Dinosaurs aren't real. That's a for real.
Oh
one.
my god.
Oh, you
Get the
could
fuck outta here, man.
you gonna sit here and tell me dinosaurs are real,
Why would you not think they were real?
bro? Have you ever seen a dinosaur bone?
Yeah.
Where?
Museums.
Those are replicas.
There's a fucking. You see the T-Rex head right over there.
They're all replicas, bro. And then if you
They're
go,
replicas.
nobody's ever seen a real dinosaur bone unless you're rich, and then that's because you made it up. You're gonna tell me that you've seen a real dinosaur bone? Nope. You can Google that museum,
Oh my
and
God.
all dinosaur bones in museums are
I
replicas.
apologize.
They are replicas. That's a fact. You guys can Google that right now. All dinosaur bones in museums are replicas. Very good replicas. Go on Google, YouTube replicas being made of dinosaur bones. There's like a bunch of people in a beautiful lab making solid.
Well,
replicas.
yeah, because then they find one piece, but they might not find the entire piece of a T-Rex.
No, they're not. Like, they've never found a whole. That's the other thing. They've never found a whole dinosaur like a T-Rex. They found like the tail of the T-Rex and maybe his femur, and they're like, all right, can you see the rest, guys?
Mm-hmm.
No, what are we fucking two?
Yeah. Man, it's called imagination.
It is called
Wait,
imagination, but don't sell it off to me as fact. It's called the great script, Jurassic Park.
Great movie.
Great movie, and I appreciate the movie, but I don't appreciate being lied to.
It's ridiculous.
I just proved it right there. It's just right there. Literally, nobody's ever found a full dinosaur. Nobody's ever found the head to the fucking feet to the tail.
You know, I would if I went and searched, but I don't have the time to go.
No, you wouldn't
fucking
ever.
hunting
It's
for dinosaurs.
oh my, you wouldn't
Let
ever
me show you
find
my
a full.
Velociraptor claw. I carry one around on me and tap it.
Bro, that's like chicken bones, bro.
tables.
That's all just chicken bone, man.
Jesus. Man.
Look. I'm not saying again this is 100% facts. All I'm saying is look into it.
No, I will not look into it, Roger.
Yes, come on, man. It's perfectly
I will not
valuable fact.
endorse any of this.
You're gonna sit here and also tell me
process.
that we went to the moon.
Yeah.
We didn't fucking go to the moon.
Why didn't we?
That shit was filmed in Burbank. We're not too
In
far away from the
Burbank?
studio.
No.
Yeah, it was fucking broadcasted from Burbank. Why do you think the connection was so quick? You think they really went to the fucking
G-Speeds.
moon? Fuck no, bro. The moon is fucking far, man. We never go to the moon.
Man, it's like right here.
And you know what?
Sorry.
And you know what? Here, let me say this on this podcast, Jeremy. I appreciate being on this podcast. Look, let me say this real quick for the fans. I don't like Nazis, man. I don't like Nazis. I don't like.
Are you sitting here saying I'm endorsing Nazis? You're like, listen, I know you and your listeners are huge Nazi supporters, but I'm gonna make it clear I don't like Nazis.
I'm making a point right here. I
For the
don't
record,
support
this podcast does not support Nazis either, Roger. Continue.
Jeremy B nor I do not support Nazis, nor do any of you fans. So we all do not support Nazis. I especially do not support Nazis. The people who started NASA were Nazis. So whatever these Nazi motherfuckers gotta tell me, they can go shove it back their fucking concentration camp ass. Those fucking genocidal motherfuckers. All of NASA can go fuck itself. Werner von Braun can go fuck himself.
I think just because some Nazis were part of NASA doesn't mean all of NASA is Nazis.
It was Nazi Central after World War II.
Well, they needed a job. Their boss,
of course, they needed a job.
Their boss liquidated everything. Like they were out of a job. They got laid off.
You know what? I understand completely now, man. It's rough for my people too. So, bro, I've
Well, once again, we don't defend Nazis here, but hey, man, they just lost their jobs, needed new work.
That's so funny. Yeah, we don't defend Nazis, but we defend Nazis. Or at least I don't. You know, I still don't believe that.
Oh my gosh.
We went to the moon. None of that. You know what's crazy too, Jeremy? Let's say me, you, and the two puppies went to the moon, right?
Yeah.
When we came back from the moon and they interviewed us, we'd be fucking ecstatic. We'd be like, yo, man, we went to the fucking moon. It was like this, bro. We saw the stars, bro. We saw everything, man. This shit was so vivid in my mind. That's a moment we wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Nor a moment we'd be sad about. When Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and the other motherfucker were first asked on the whatever panel they were grilled, they were like, yo, man, how was it? And they were just like, yeah, whatever. They were really sad about it. And then when Buzz Aldrin was asked, like, hey, did you remember seeing stars? He's like, I don't remember. That's on YouTube, man. Again, me and Jeremy would be ecstatic. We'll tell you everything from beginning to end. These motherfuckers were somber and couldn't remember.
But wasn't it a military operation? Because
No.
if that's the case, like Navy SEALs can't come back and be like, that trip was fucking awesome. Let me tell you about it. They're like, it was a successful operation. That's all we can say.
Nah, it was a fucking, let's fucking publicize this. They don't fucking put Navy SEAL hits on live on TV for everybody to see. They fucking don't do that, man. Saddam Hussein was killed, and Saddam Hussein is still out there, man. If you believe they killed that motherfucker, look. They just wanted, they needed a fucking point. They needed some points to give to Obama, right? They gave him a bunch of points because he took down the terrorists that did 9/11. When you look into it, the CIA knew about these terrorists in Los Angeles weeks before 9/11, and they didn't do nothing about them. We knew they were in Malaysia. There's photos and documents that they were in Malaysia, and then we knew that they went from Malaysia to Budapest, and then from there we lost sight of them until 2 weeks later or 1 week later when we saw them again in LA. And then from there we lost contact with them, but we just fucking fueled their fire, bro. We 51 agents fucking clicked on the CIA's fucking documents that knew that they were in LA. These terrorists, they had fake passports. They knew they found their fake passports in the Malaysian hotel when they went to go search it. They knew from Malaysia that they had fake passports, US fake passports, and they were in LA a week later. They knew that. And then when that information was supposed to go directly to the White House counsel security dude, which you can look up on YouTube, him complaining that there was only a few people at the top of the CIA that could withhold this information from directly getting to him. Because all CIA documents just go boop, boop. They go to the head, then they go to him immediately. So somebody has to intervene to have those documents that 51 agents saw that these motherfuckers are in LA. If you don't tell me that that's bullshit, then it's fucked up, man.
Next week on the podcast, Alex Jones.
It's just facts, man. All I'm saying are facts. Nothing have I said is bullshit.
So which episode of Conspiracy on Netflix did you recently watch?
No, I'm just a big fan of the Tinfoil Hat podcast. Shout out to Sam Tripoli, homeboy Xavier on the ones and twos. Eddie Bravo's a big inspiration too, man. Yeah. He's getting down with like this fucking great. Cause look, man, we don't really know shit, man.
Okay, so all right, let me entertain some of your conspiracies.
Love your
Project Blue Dream.
Project.
Have you heard of this one? See, the ones that I'm
Project Blue Dream.
Blue Dream.
Blue Dream is. I heard
it's
of
where
Blue
they
Dream.
do the projection.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Like 9/11.
No, but like they can make it look like gods in the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've heard about that being
aliens and.
I've heard about that.
Holograms.
Supposedly, there's a theory that hologram machine was used for the planes because planes never really hit the Twin Towers, and there was always demolition explosives inside. My homie Victor Martinez, which you know him as well.
Yeah.
His dad is a structural engineer in Texas. As soon as the fucking Victor got old enough to ask him, like, you really think that happened? His dad was like, no, are you fucking kidding? There's a video on YouTube too of Trump saying like, dude, the Twin Towers were built with like steel like this, bro. An aluminum plane, no matter how fast it was going, would make a dent like that. It wouldn't fucking make the whole thing fucking destroy unless there was explosives inside. And that's from a structural engineer. And that's from our current president that he said, like, when it happened.
Damn.
These are all just little facts, man. Just little facts. Nothing conspiracy about them. Just little facts that the government and the people in the media who don't want to get out.
But
man.
I feel like with a lot of conspiracy, there are little facts, but you have to squint really hard and go, I think I can see it.
Yeah, you think?
I see it.
Try not to see the whole picture because then they kill you. A reporter just got suicided by the man. She got suicided because she, released the whole article about like this fucking sex farm that this motherfucker was running in Brazil for the last 50 years. And this motherfucker was like supposedly a holy healer. He was featured on Oprah in 2010. But he's one of, Clinton's best friends,
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, it gets deep. They suicided her this Saturday, man. This past Saturday. It's about to be a week since they killed her, man. Her son said she recently told me this, and this. My mother, she did everything she could trying to get the truth out, and they killed her. He said that on Facebook. Her son.
He had a Facebook Live?
No, he just had a little post,
He didn't go live on it?
No, all I'm saying is that, watch out, part of the people, man. These Lego pieces are the shit, and love your families.
How's your Lego creation coming?
It's coming really good.
What you got going on?
It's everything I really wanted it to be.
Nice.
It's like an empire, basically.
Is it?
Yeah, I built my own empire. It's like, you see, we have the pyramids right here. Imagine if this was erect, because, ta-da-da. He's at the top. There's his mistress, right there. I didn't have another piece for him. We have the gorilla who he controls to, control the townspeople, as you can see. And some of the townspeople, trying to revolt over here. They got the cannons with the ammo on top.
Nice use of imagination.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on here. You know what I'm saying?
I've built up on my
Okay.
I'm mobile.
Holy shit! How'd you do that, bro?
Found this little ski base that I liked.
That's so fucking cool. Oh man, it almost looks like there's like a little. There could be a little warfare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you gonna throw the Earth at me, bro?
That's what this thing shoots out. It shoots planets. This is like built to a smaller scale, but this actually launches
You build like
full-size planets. We're on a very global spaceship here.
You build like the Kirby Death Star.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
sweet. Look at that.
Nice.
That's what I'm shooting at. The planet
Nice.
Black.
Slide that over.
Pla-
Make sure. That should be on video.
Look,
Yeah,
if it can
it
stay
is.
on there on video, that'd be sweet.
It is. Nice. So let me ask you, I've seen you posting on your Instagram before. You play guitar.
Yeah, man, I've been playing guitar for around 10 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been not serious about it for the last, I don't know, since out of high school, really.
Does that help your creativity at all? Do you find it a good outlet?
Yeah, it's a good outlet for creativity and a good outlet just to, like fucking jam out and just get some energy fucking flowing through your body. Because
Nice.
sometimes I might be dull, smoke a lot of weed, but just playing the guitar and just really riffing on it gives you feels like you went to the sauna or you went like on a workout. You feel like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then my brain's always working a little better after that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man.
But I don't play as much as I used to though.
No. Have you only played guitar, or did you play any other instruments?
I feel like I play bass like occasionally because I feel like if you can play guitar, you can play bass. So I took a piano class. I got an A at SMC, so I can still play that song
Nice.
that I learned. I can play the triangle as we all can, the cowbell as we all can. I can sing a little, man. Sing every now and then. I don't write any. Actually, I did write that one song for my girlfriend 2 Valentines ago.
Aw.
So that was nice.
Was it though?
Yeah, it was nice.
Was it though?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
nice. I listen to it occasionally. Like, yo,
There's recording of it?
it's on my
You bring-
Instagram. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I recorded it.
And where
put it
can
on
people go to see this?
Roger Lopez Comedy. It's like just scroll a little bit down. It's like I uploaded it maybe like a month ago.
Nice. All right.
I re-uploaded it, man.
Badass. So let me ask you, how do you? What's your strat? Like, what's your process? How do you write your joke? Like, you get your idea. You were talking about taking it to the stage. How do you write out your idea? Do you so you free flow capture an idea on the recording?
Yeah. So like if I
What's the
think something's
process to get
funny,
it to stage.
just recently I was in the back of where I was performing, just listening to my recordings. I heard what I said and I try to just basically write it down how I said it. If not, just write down the main overall topic of what I said and remember what I said and how I said it. Which it takes a little bit of a good memory. If you got a shit memory, it's not for you. You got to write this shit down. But I think I have a good memory enough to then go up on stage and be able to like either recall it off of my brain just because of the topic, or just look down at my phone real quick, see how I said it real quick, or just like the few words, and then just be able to hit it, bang it out. And sometimes my brain just will fucking bang it out a whole nother angle that produces new. It's like I'm riffing with it, but I can only riff. I can riff without anything, right? But it's a lot easier to riff and to create material if I already have something that I want to riff about. And then like
Do you write on stage?
all the time, all the fucking time. That's what I mean. I write the ideas like in person. I maybe tell it to somebody, but it really gets fucking fleshed out on stage, and that's where all the fucking rhythm comes. That's where the most of the rhythm comes out of, and most of the punchlines and tags. Like I'll just fucking stumble onto like punchline after punchline, and just keep going. And it's a God-given blessing.
Man, I tried tried writing on stage. I have to write my shit down, man. I asked one night at the Comedy Store. I heard that Chris D'Elia never writes, and I actually asked him one night, and he's like, where he gets on stage so much, that's how he writes. It's like, oh, I'll be on the next stage within 15 minutes. So
fucking Bill Burr does it the same way. Bill Burr and Sebastian, they're like, yeah, I can't write, and they're one of the most recent comedians to sell at Madison Square. And they can't write. They can't sit down and be like, yo, I'm going to write a fucking joke out or a bunch of jokes out. They're like, nah, Bill Burr especially, he just like, yeah, I just think of something funny and I just go up there on stage and just fucking talk about it.
Mm.
And then he'll fucking just flesh it out on stage.
Go from there.
And then he'll just fucking edit, same thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, about getting up on stage as much as you can, because then, like, the more you bomb, the more you learn, the more it makes you want to get better. And if you don't get better, quit.
More stage time for us.
Yep.
Nice, man.
So that's what I just been learning. But
Yeah.
then again, I got into this game wanting to be, and still, like, I still do write. I still do sit down and write a premise and a joke out. Like, I don't want to say a bit, but, I still do that occasionally, but I definitely flourish more on being able to do it on the spot.
Yeah.
But I wanted it. I wanted it to. I came in wanting to be like George Carlin because he's one of my favorites. I want it to be like all written down beforehand, all word for word. And I'm figuring now that I can't do that. I just need to fucking first like figure the shit out first, like how I do naturally, then workshop it like that, and then it's like finding the balance between both. And not just trying to do one, because I was just trying to do one and failing at it, which is just the writing, and then not being like, oh, I forgot what I said, it's not that funny, and then it sounds so fake too when you just try to remember it word for word without having rhythm written down when you write it, because then that's when it just becomes better to just say it like in the moment.
You got to write as you speak. I think that's a problem too.
That's a big
like
thing.
You'll sit there and write out perfect sentences.
Yeah,
it's
like this
I
shit
don't
ain't funny.
articulate this well.
Yeah, right.
Myself, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, what am I trying to write? An essay? That's
exactly.
funny?
Yeah.
No,
Minimum 250 word essay over here.
Trying to have some rhythm, some fucking beats to it, some life. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm a good comedian or nothing.
Let me, man, you're my second guest. This is obviously going to be evolving.
I love this
I want to
fucking
get some
setup,
fucking, man, I want to think of some, like, staple Lego questions. One that I can consistently ask my guest.
Lego question.
Yeah,
That's
man. Maybe, yeah, I mean, it's Lego themed because
that's a great.
my questions are aimed towards the guest, but I feel like I should have more general as well.
I mean, have you ever gone to Legoland?
Dude, I went to, yeah, I did actually. Yeah,
Nice.
down in Florida.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How's that?
With my wife and mother-in-law. It was fun. At the time, obviously, didn't have the podcast, but it was cool, man. I always loved Legos. Played with them as a kid. I almost debated it was going to be way too expensive of a podcast, but I was like, it'd be cool to take like a Lego set, go grab one, and then sit here and build a Lego set out with the guest.
That'd be cool too, but man,
it'd get expensive.
It'd get expensive, and it'd take a while if you're just trying to do a podcast. I'd be like a retard.
If anybody wants to send us Legos,
fucking
hit me up.
Hit him up on Jeremy Bean Instagram.
Beam Jeremy on Instagram.
Oh, they good.
Yeah, Jeremy Beam on everything else.
Yo, so you told me you're writing like a new style, man. So
yeah, dude, I actually started a new process myself on trying to flush out more jokes because I feel like I can. I want to write more jokes in general. That's been like because I free flow a lot when I write, and sometimes it's just sometimes there's gems in there, but then sometimes it's literally just brain dump. But I've been trying to write out I'll write out a premise first, and then underneath it sit here and write out like 10 or 12 tags, and then I'll go run them on stage, circle, star, whichever ones I like, and then start narrowing it down.
Get down to the fucking nitty-gritty. Yeah, that's
But
solid.
it's fun to see it like flushed out because like one page could have just one joke, just
work or not work. Yeah. Hopefully not work because then the rest work.
I'm in school currently and ... and then you just sit here and
write it down.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
I'm
So
in
shit's set
school
up, yeah.
currently. A. There's
Probably
a lot
not
of
gonna
bitches.
be a good joke.
B.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bitches. C. There's a lot of bitches. Man, these tags are shitty. That'd be my process.
'Cause, see, I like storytelling. That's my thing, man. And but see, the problem, and you'll see it a lot of open mics, is people will share a story, and the story's not funny. And I feel like no story on stage should ever have to end with, you guys just had to been there. That's like something I've always kept. If I ever have to feel like I have to say you had to been there, it's not worth telling anyone else.
If you had to say that, you just made somebody suffer for 30 seconds before you said that.
Exactly, man. Yeah, because no, I didn't have to be there. If you're a good storyteller, paint the picture well enough.
vividly.
So I can imagine being there.
Very true,
Yeah.
man. Very true.
But, oh well.
Yeah, so if you're those kind of comedians, don't come to the open mic that I host with my other fucking goon squad, Channel 3 with no family at Skiptown Playhouse, Fridays from 11 till late as fuck.
Yeah? Nice. I need to come check it out.
Yeah, please do, man.
Wow.
You're always welcome to come do some time, man. We
Cool.
got 5-minute spots.
So what's Goon Squad?
Goon Squad is basically like a fucking connection of just comedians that, we're all friends and we all just came together as motherfuckers.
If this is what happens when the Goonies grew up.
A little bit more better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have at the mic we have weed. We smoke mad amount of weed. We fucking got concessions, booze, like anything you want, wine, tequila,
Nice.
And then you can smoke inside the establishment too, so you don't gotta be outside, worrying about it. It's one of the only few theaters in LA that's letting you smoke inside while comedy's being performed. So it's just pretty badass.
That's cool. And the Skiptown Playhouse Friday nights.
Yep, Skiptown Playhouse right over on Melrose and Heliotrope by the 101.
Nice. Anything else you got coming up?
Yeah, bro, I got a Roger That podcast, man. I'll
Oh,
have you
yeah.
as a guest, man.
Cool, man. I
re-
see that's coming along. You just launched that yourself too, man.
Yeah, I launched it 2 weeks ago,
Nice.
man. I'm releasing episode 5 this Tuesday, man. Stay tuned for that shit.
Every week.
It comes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week.
Oh, twice a week.
Hell yeah, man. I'm fucking in the creative media room 2 times. I had my homie Niles Abston on episode 2 where we talked about dinosaurs not being real. A lot of facts on there.
All right, so that's a good follow. If you want to follow up and if you
Yep.
agree to Roger's nonsense, check out to Roger Vapp, the podcast.
Roger That podcast. Find out more, man. We talked about the Jaru Festival being a shit fest. I had the
Firefest.
Firefest, exactly. I had the homie Darren Davis on episode 4 where we talked about 21 Savage being incarcerated. He made a great point. He was like, yo, man, he's stupid, man. With all the bitches at the shows, man, he should have just married one of them.
Yeah, got that green card.
Exactly.
Yeah, called
like-
it a day.
Fucking had a prenup or something.
Topical. I know what's going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
But yeah, Roger That every fucking Tuesday and Thursdays. Follow me
yeah.
on Roger Lopez Comedy on Instagram. The man deleted me off Facebook, so Instagram's the main source to get me.
You're not on. I'm not on Facebook by choice, not by
I'm on Facebook again.
force.
I was on there. They just deleted my account. Facebook's a piece of shit.
They did?
Yeah, they deleted my account. They're like infringement over some bullshit like UFC post. But I'm pretty sure I was just a part of the sweep of like people spreading the truth and getting murked for it during the midterms.
Fuck. Mark Zuckerberg's after you.
Everybody.
Everybody's after you.
Nah, not really.
All right, man. So, what do you got built here?
So I've just like added on to the empire that I had started earlier.
Yeah.
I kind of made it almost futuristic too, because I have added on twin towers that rotate.
Ooh.
Whoa, rotating twin towers right here. The gorilla is
Nice.
being fought now by the townspeople. The townspeople have overcome the fucking vicious ruler.
This is a rock monster.
It's
by the way.
it's a rock
It's
monster.
a gorilla, I guess, but
So basically, this is the gorilla's weapon. And then the people now have, if you can see, a fucking cannon right here. They got right there. See the cannon?
nice.
They also got another cannon
Weaponized.
right here for the people. As I said earlier, this is the.
There's people in that bin.
Oh man, I fucking neglected this. bin the
I know,
whole
man.
time.
There's all kinds of dudes, and that's only a bin of people.
I know, man. I should have made some more platforms. I could have put them like right here. You know what I'm saying? But folks, you guys get the main
Yeah.
part of the whole
Nice.
kingdom. I like what you got on too, man.
Man, I
Looks
just
like a
made
dope-ass
this mobile.
helicopter.
Look, I got my next planet. Like I said, this is large scale,
Large scale.
ready to launch. Here's the driver wheel for. This is God. This is God's mobile. He just launches planets into existence. It's propellered.
That's tight,
Powered.
bro. It looks futuristic as fuck,
Yeah.
man.
It moves. Oh, it's broken.
It moves, it topples.
It's broken. It's all terrain. It's all universal.
Yo, there's gonna be a point in technology where we can just be like, all right, we set up our people, all right, fight, and then like they'll just like realistically come to life on
Yeah,
the
man.
table.
That's next season on this podcast. Like I said, we're already in 3D for the select viewers who have the capable technologies. Yeah, but
That's cool as
soon, yeah, we'll have this all. We'll have little hologram animations. Run it through a scanner.
hell. That'd be cool as fuck. We're gonna get some 3D printed ones, add some
Yeah.
life to it, like in the movie 9.
Yeah. I think I've seen that movie.
It's a good. Yeah, I just saw it again with my lady.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
good movie.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me. I
Appreciate
really
it.
appreciate the show,
Another
man. It
great
was
one.
very fun.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At Beam Jeremy. Jeremy Beam on everything else. Beam Jeremy on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to fight to get that straightened out, but
You got it, man.
fucking,
You got
yeah,
it.
I'm on it. All right. Until next time, guys. Thank you.
Peace.